Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to All Stock Trades. In this video, we're going to go ahead and do a price to sales analysis of SoFi Technologies. Yes, you heard that correct. We believe in the next 10 years, SoFi stock can be $104.87. For folks that just don't have time, that's the top line, the TLDR. For folks that are interested in wanting to figure out how in the world did I come up with this price target, stick around to the end of the video, and we're going to go ahead and pretty much describe it right now. We're going to build you guys up to show you kind of how we're going to do this analysis, and understand that some folks are going to take a conservative estimate, and this is just one way of analyzing companies that extends beyond an intrinsic value calculation. So without further ado, let's get straight to work here. And again, this is a live session. I like to do these because one, you can see me prepared without having to re-record and rerun a video, so you know what I'm talking about. And two, honestly, the most important part is I really enjoy having to talk to you guys on the Q&A session. So drop it. So how you doing, Cyan? I'm terrible at pronouncing names. As you can see, I can't even pronounce Galileo and all these other things. So excuse me for that one. English is not my first language. It's actually my third. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to it here. So price to sales value analysis of SoFi Technologies. So in this analysis, we're going to conduct a price to sales value analysis using our stock terminal and analytical tools to determine the 10-year value of SoFi Technologies. Just call me Ken. That's amazing. Okay, that's amazing. Thank you. That's a lot easier on me, man. I appreciate it. Let me see, get my rendering right here. So this is going to be a video series, a second part of multiple videos that is going to be aimed at assessing SoFi's overall value. So make sure you subscribe and stay informed about our data-driven analysis. So following this video, we will subsequently form an intrinsic value calculation in future videos. All right, so the accuracy of the intrinsic value calculation. So please watch my latest video for folks that are just tuning in for the first time watching our channel, where I demonstrate the accuracy of our intrinsic value calculation. We predicted SoFi as a sell at $20 and a buy at $4.43. Because again, SoFi, when it was trading around $20, it just wasn't there fundamentally where it is now, okay? If you've been following along. Introduction to price to sales analysis. So I will first introduce the concept. Then we're going to go ahead and use our proprietary brain machine technology to determine the annual analyst estimates from 2023 to 2024 and 2025. And that's kind of basically the reiteration of what you see in this slide here. Okay. Then we're going to use our 10-year projected stock price linear progression analysis, where we're going to go ahead and show how this looks like. And it literally will graph the value of where SoFi is going to be at. And then we're going to go ahead and relate it to the Bank of America stock, as that typically trades at a price to sale ratio of 2.5. Okay. So there's that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. So here's an Excel spreadsheet. This is the next 12 months. These are forward price to sales estimates, the average of what people think, right? And then this is the we average these whole line out to be 3.21. Then these are the last 12 months price to sales, which you can see here, right? And we averaged that to be 4.13. Then we took the overall average of both to get a culmination of 3.67 price to sales. Then we went ahead and used our proprietary brain machine technology, which is part of our stock terminal. If you want to learn about it, there'll be a link down below, where it basically shows you the price that shows you the annual estimates of the revenue low, high, average, EBITDA low, high, and essentially it gives you what analysts think in regards to SoFi Technology. Then we went ahead and used a compounded annual growth rate calculation to take the growth rate of 2003 highest estimates to 2025. And I think the high estimates for 2023 were pretty darn on accurate, right? And what we found is we found a compounded annual growth rate calculation of 26.45%. Interestingly, if you were to go to Yahoo Finance, and I just find this interesting, maybe they updated it because I was doing this due diligence over the weekend and beyond. If you go to the analysis section of SoFi for Yahoo Finance, you do see actually they went ahead and did update it. Interestingly, when I was looking at it, it wasn't updated, but you can see here they don't give you 2024s, right? They give you 2025s, and we know that they are growing more than 22%. And we know these are all off here. So if we were to go to SoFi right now and were to look at it, they're growing at 26.42%, which is right on track to what we calculated from the annual estimates for 2025. Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and divide by the number of outstanding shares. Okay. So now now that we basically showed you the building blocks for folks that are interested in the engineering and the mechanics of what goes into this, now we're going to go ahead and plug and chug. We're going to make this a little bigger for you guys here. And we're going to plug and chug this analysis. So we already said that the growth rate is, let me just swipe over here, 26.45. So we're going to put here 26. Oh, sorry. Let me go ahead and refresh the page here. Again, this is part of our mastering and bundle. 26.45. You can see it here. It's gonna show 26, but it's in there, right? Then the outstanding shares is 951. Again, these numbers are in millions, so we could just put 951. Then the price to sales is 3.67. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and type in 3.67. Okay. Then we're going to add the current revenue for 2023, which is 2080. Again, these numbers are in millions. So we're going to go here for 2023 projected 2080. Let me make sure I got that right. And then, so actually, you know what? Before I do that, let me just show you kind of how it looks like here. If I put, so you see how, so I'm going to do it again, 2080, right? It's about $2 billion. And you see how it graphs it beautifully here. So then you scroll, you not scroll, but you go down here, and let me just make sure we get this here. You can see here the 10-year stock price projection for SoFi. So right now, the bear case for SoFi is $6, and the base case is around $10. Excuse the 2022. I need to refresh the x-axis, but think of this as 2023 to 2033. Okay, the math is the same. It's just the x-axis needs to be n+1. Okay. But overall, you can see here that the stock price should hover anywhere between $6 to $10 this year. And then subsequently, as they improve, you can see how we have a compounding effect. And that by 10 years from now, we should get $104.87. Now, again, folks are most likely thinking around $30 to $50 for the more short-term folks. And again, if let's say, for example, the stock price pops in the near future, and let's say if it is $100 and let's say 5 years from now, then I would say that's an over-evaluation. Now, again, some folks are going to say, no, this is complete baloney. I don't believe this. And this is why we're going to talk about Bank of America. So if we go ahead and look at the 10-year revenue projection, you could see in 2033, I know it says 2032, but just in 10 years from now, you could see that we are expecting SoFi to be around, again, these numbers are in millions, around $25 to $27 billion in revenue. Now, if people think that $27 billion is a lot, I actually disagree with you, because if you go ahead and, again, utilize our brain machine proprietary stock terminal technology, you get this beautiful sheet that shows you the 10-year value of Bank of America. In fact, this is a little bit more zoomed in here for you guys to see. And you can see right now, Bank of America is currently has a revenue of $97 billion, $97 billion, right? And you can see 10 years ago, it had $86 billion. But if you go ahead and look at SoFi, even with these outstanding percent increases in growth rate, you're still seeing a SoFi at around a $27 billion in revenue. And if it follows the analysis of Bank of America, which currently trades at a price to sales ratio of 2.5, we are most definitely going to see SoFi at $100 stock price, if you understand what I'm saying and understand the math. So overall, in the next coming years, these are the prices that I'm looking at, which is why when the stock price was $20, I was saying it's really overvalued, because you're trading 1, 2, 3. It was actually 4 or 5 years out from that $20 region. And you're pretty much saying, I'm okay buying it at 20 and not making any money for 4 years, which is insane, which is why a lot of Wall Street folks take advantage of retail investors, which is why Chamath sold out some of his position at the $20 region because he understands this analysis. But unfortunately, he doesn't like to share it and teach it because he's just another one of those folks that are on Wall Street, right? So it is what it is. I wish he actually took some time to teach people this, but again, it's not his priority, right? So this is going to be one of many first analysis regarding the evaluation of SoFi. On the next video, we're going to do an intrinsic value calculation. Understand the IVCs are more conservative and they're not going to get something like this. But this basically gives me a 30,000 view of this investment to see, is there fruit? Where's the fruit and how big is the fruit? And it's very clear the fruit is the fruit is there. Okay. So that's pretty much what I have for you guys. If you've enjoyed this analysis, please hit that subscribe button and like button because it helps with the YouTube algorithm and it helps other retail investors out there find this channel to show this data-driven approach that unfortunately not a lot of people do. Okay. So in this regards, take advantage of our Happy New Year coupon code New Year's for $800 off our lifetime access. We've been featured on Yahoo Finance, Benzinga, Bloomberg, and the NASDAQ regarding our stupendous platform for retail investors. And you should check out our annual letter, which has returned, I believe, near 100% last year from our top stock picks. So take advantage of this lifetime access, and shout out to Affirm for helping our clients be able to capitalize on what we offer by being able to offer them 3 years of financing for our lifetime access. And if you haven't done so, check out our top 100 best-selling top author book. Again, all profit proceeds will be donated to charity. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege and honor to serve the retail community space, and I will see you on the next one.